into the second term here at the MCG. Eight points the difference, favouring Geelong. Jarrett overruns it, loses it. Hocking tries to get the hand pass clear. Boss had a quiet turn, Fitzgerald didn't. Gets it across to Couch. Couch going up towards the half-forward line. Ablett and Payne, should be a free kick to Ablett, and it will be. So Gary Ablett, 45 metres out.
Well, you make the distance, Andy.
Kick there first. And this would be a great start for them because the Demons came back in the closing stages of the first term, and he has put through one behind.
I think that's one of the reasons Gary Ablett often kicks a lot of points, Sandy, because he
Off
does,
target.
well, he does have shots. Very smart. He does continually, oh, look at that for a kick in.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
He kicks from a long way out so often because he's such
That was
a long...
45 metres.
He keeps missing them. Couch puts the ball back in. Mossop takes it. The hand pass smothered that time by Richards. Richards comes back. The ball's forced over the line by Richards and Hughes, and the throw-in to take place. What are you going to say, Sandy?
I'm not saying a word. I'm just listening to you, Robert.
In other words, he's not a good kick, is he?
From a distance. Or when he's under a bit of pressure.
Actually, I think he should be better off going back to the old flat.
Yeah. Well, it's a throw-in in the left forward pocket.
Not a good kick, that drop punt.
He's got McKenna standing behind him at the moment, which is why he's saying that, of course. Former Collingwood and Army Reserve champion. Towards centre wing. He'll go back, and Willow Wilson will take it.
In saying that about the drop punt, if you can kick it like Peter McKenna or Austin Robertson or for that matter Royce Hart, then by all means kick it. But when you miss as often as those guys do, why not change to something else?
To centre wing, and the mark taken once again by Regolo. He goes long. That's a lovely looking drop punt. Danny Hughes up from the side, affects the spoil. Robin White through the arms initially, but he recovers nicely. Gets the handball clear to Johnson. Johnson scoops it over his shoulder, and the Demons have an excellent chance now of posting their third goal as Chris Connolly, hit originally from Shepparton, I believe, who's come down and making a mark in VFL football. You can see him on the 50-metre line. It's a little deceiving, though, because he can run in some 15 metres if he wants to. He certainly won't use all that. Using a good deal of it, and he's missed it. Never looked like it. Just pushed it across the face of goal.
That's that drop punt again, Sandy.
Yeah.
So Chris Connolly missing one. And 2 goals, 7 Melbourne. And Scratcher Neal comes in, puts the ball forward. Damien Burke with a long hand pass. Lenihan missed it completely. Regolo intercepts, and he's tripped. Well, he's no free kick. He's got to be kidding. Flower comes out with the ball, hooks it over the shoulder, and in the way is young Peter White. How Regolo did not get a free kick there. White gives it on to 200 gamer. Roberts, Scratcher Neal, the long kick from Neal, over the head of Bright. It's Flower and Bright. Flower taps it back. They both slip over. Jarrett picks it up. Hand pass across. Connolly trying to kick it off the ground. Regolo comes in to lend support. Boss gives a hand pass to Christensen, and Geelong go forward. It's Christensen's kick towards half forward. Ablett and Payne both going after it, but the ball was well over the line before they could even get near it. So a half forward flank for Geelong, a throw-in to take place.
19 plays 27, favouring the Cats. The battle for 10th spot on the ladder at stake as Boss gets it out to Morgan across to Bright. Now he can go short here to Hocking, and he takes it. 40 metres out, directly in front, in absolutely ideal conditions. He's kicked one. This will give them just a little bit of breathing space. Margin at the moment is 8 points. And the margin is now 9. Poor kick that. Directly in front. This crowd's starting to build up slowly. I would imagine by possibly 4 or 5 o'clock, it's going to be a beauty. There's North and Footscray competing in this unique double-header this evening. Danny Hughes, can he keep it in play? No.
The league have been blessed with the day for a double-header, Sandy.
Oh, haven't they? Haven't they? Marvellous conditions, and hopefully it will continue tomorrow when there's a fine smother by Brian Wilson.
It's that good, Sandy. Maybe they're at the beach instead.
Well, they should get a crackerjack crowd here tomorrow for the Carlton-Collingwood clash.
By golly, you're right, Sandy.
Throw in again. Burke. Wilson starting to come into it. Tumbles a punt. Bright defends stoutly and does it well. Hocking's the target. No, he talked out of it by McLennan. Now he goes short. Ablett has created the space, got away from Payne on that occasion, and took a lovely.
It's a beautiful play, Sandy, both by Bright in defence and found the player in the centre, and Ablett really made position beautifully in the manner that Peter McKenna used to do. And Ablett with the drop punt, offline.
As you said,
1 point the result.
They're bad misses, aren't they? Gee, they're very, very disappointing, the kicking for goal by both sides.
Sandy, Ted Whitten works for 3GL. Why they do not get Ted Whitten to teach Ablett how to kick that punt kick. Ablett now takes a hand pass from Burke.
Probably kick this.
Another drop punt, another point.
What's that he's put it now? 1-3. It's unbelievable.
Richards plays on from full-back. An awkward-looking bounce. Reminiscent of Ray Gavlik out there. Now Richards has 2, 3. Hand pass, a beautiful hand pass. And it's a great piece of play as it turns out. Mistake turns into an excellent piece of football as Healy gives it out to Lyon. And so, well, the gamble taken by Richards really came off, and Lyon the chance of kicking his second goal. Gary Lyon. 55 metres out, doesn't quite make the distance. At the back, Lenihan couldn't take it, touched and through for 1 point.
So the margin is now 10 points, favouring the Cats. Terry Bright. He's looking at Burke and then decides to go the other side. Finding Mike Schultz. Schultz is in the back pocket. Couch will be his target. Giving away inches, so he tried to use the body. Support from Scratcher Neal. Hurriedly onto the right foot. Close to the boundary line, and it will bounce. No, it'll be kept in play. Some fierce tackling. The tackling by both sides has been good today. Healy scoops it up and spoons it towards the line. Picks it up and gives it to Jarrett. Jarrett hooks it over his shoulder into the vacant space. Past All Day it goes. Some pretty sloppy football going on at the moment too. All Day does well to get it on to Danny Hughes. He's got the runner in stretch who goes in towards half forward. Away from Cordner, it's fisted. Waiting down is Batterston. Did he cop one? Doesn't matter. He got the ball out with a nice hand pass. Sock it off the ground. It was an accident, and it allows Burke to come in and kick it back in towards the middle. Now Flower can go to the half-forward line. He's got 2 players there. White or Lyon uses the ladder in towards Cordner. In the right court pocket, he takes them.
I know it's a fair while back, Sandy, but if Melbourne do kick a goal here, Mosikoff and Drummond, the real credit must go to young Payne, who, took the gamble, left Ablett and repulsed the attack on the half-back line some time ago. But if Melbourne do score a goal, credit to Payne for it.
Let's see what Cordner does. Well, he won't, Melbourne, after that enormous spiel. With the drop punt he used. And 1 point over the result. Or was it out of bounds? It was out of bounds. That's even worse. So, 10 points the margin it remains. We've played almost 10 minutes of this second term. Stretch! Can't taken. Hocking almost tackled too high. Yes, he was, said the umpire. Has played the advantage, letting it clear. Hooks one in towards the half-forward line. White dropped what he should have taken. An illegal tackle. Could have been a free kick to Damien Drum. But a bounce will take place. 10-point margin, 10.5 minutes played, second term. Burke coming in over the top of Hughes. Richards. And the double ball. Well, it's certainly not reaching any heights, is it, Bob, as a spectacle?
No, there's not much in it, Sandy, so
that's what's making it interesting.
From the bounce, Burke gets the tap once again. He's dominated the ruck work, not actually getting into a rover, but tapping it, knocking, at least knocking it in the general direction that Geelong are going. Once again, across the half-forward line for Geelong. The awkward bounce from the umpire. Burke wins the tap over the boundary line and goes. And so a throwing to take place from the boundary line, still on the half-forward line. Richards from behind got the tap. Lenihan comes through. Hot one too high. The hand pass straight to Turner. Turner's kick sees Johnson get one in the back. I wouldn't have paid it personally.
He picks out some nipples. Who is that?
No, I wouldn't have paid it. Let's side got it. The other one is Gore. Alan Johnson puts a lovely kick forward. Oh, and a glorious mark. What a beautiful mark to Gary Lyon. He's 45 metres out, directly in front. Kick one. Gary Lyon, directly in front. Goes goalward, it's a lovely looking kick. Glorious mark, great goal, excellent play, Gary Lyon.
His second, and well done, Gary Lyon. The Demon fans happy. They're now within 4 points of the Cats. There's a young man with a great future in VFL football. Centre bounce again. It's a better bounce. The last one was an absolute shocker. This time we'll see the same thing happen again. Still virtually in the middle. Burke and Allday. Burke wins it. They're not taking it away. This is Brett Lovett to half forward. White chances his arm. He's still going. Gets flattened. They have possession. He's paid the advantage. And Christensen sends Geelong into attack once again. Ablett! What lovely judgment. He was behind Payne. Gee, that's a top mark, Bob, isn't it?
Gary Ablett, 1 goal, 3 to his credit so far.
Drop punt.
1 goal, 4 to his credit. Russell Richards will bring the ball back into play. That's Gary Ablett with the big number 5 on the back. And Richards puts the kick forward, finds Yates. Yates of Geelong. A hand pass to Hocking. Hocking goes short and wide, and Andrew Hughes takes the mark right on the 50-metre line. Hughes hasn't goaled to date, won't even try as he goes short, just over the head of Morgan. Wilson, straight to the opposition, Drum's hand pass out to Yates. Yates goes short, Couch couldn't take it, picks it up, swings back onto the left foot, gets past the trouble, puts a real high one in the air. Nobody can take the mark. It comes to Healy of Melbourne. Healy puts it out towards centre wing and finds Regolo. Regolo plays on immediately. Has an awkward looking bounce. Lovely pass though, and Hughes takes the mark. Corner, I should say, across to Connolly. Connolly swings it down towards the pocket. Lyon! And Lyon takes the mark. Now, White was on Lyon. I think you'll find that Terry Bright has been shifted onto Lyon, but it matters not. The Lion is dominant at the moment. He's got 2 goals to his credit, possibly 3 after this kick. So Gary Lyon.
No.
With another drop punt, another point.
You're into the drop punt today, Robert.
Well, look at the scoreboard, Sandy.
I am. 3-9 plays 4-7, 16 behind we've seen scored. There have been a couple incidentally out of bounds on the full. It's been a woeful
On the strength of the kicking here today, I would think it would pay both sides to get either Ted Whitten or Peter Hudson and tell them to forget the drop punt. This is the way you kick a football.
Christensen to the half-forward line. An opportunity now for Mark Yates in towards Ablett. Now he's on such a rotten angle here, he'll probably kick this. Why not just let one go, Gary? Well, he uses a drop punt and drifts it across the face of goal for yet another behind. Now, what is that, 1-5? Well, Melbourne fans would be thanking their lucky stars. Geelong fans would be hanging their heads and wondering what on earth is going on. Christensen is at the back again. He'll be first to it, but he's under pressure from Flower. Could almost be free kick. Well, they'll get out of it through handball. Finishes up with Lenahan short over the head of Fitzgerald. He's been quiet. Beautifully taken by Ablett. He'll get the hard one. He'll kick that one, and he has.
Didn't he trap it beautifully though, Sandy?
Fantastic play.
Oh, that's when you see, look, no criticism of young Payne whatsoever. You can't take it away from a piece of play like that. That was just great. amongst the Geelong trainers. It was Batterston and Healy. And there's Hocking on camera. They ran into them, Sandy.
I thought their contract might be expiring.
Lenihan is off now, and on the ground for the first time, Robert Scott. Only a youngster, 17 years of age, as Hocking takes the kick. Was Lenihan limping around the boundary. Hocking puts the ball forward. Off the hands of the pack, Wilson takes it. His hand pass out to Jarrett. Jarrett ignored Richards, who was on his own, and straight to the opposition it goes.
Done a good job, Burke, hasn't he, Bob?
Played an excellent game, Sandy.
Two of them here.
Fitzgerald takes it, plays on. An excellent first quarter by Fitzgerald, but he can make a mistake, lose it, gives it out now, and young Scott takes it. A hand pass to Buse. Buse from centre half forward, hooks it back, not far enough though, and 1 point goes on the board.
It's just that last player running at him.
In this quarter, Sandy, Geelong have added 6 goals 8 to 2 goals 4.
Kick back into play. The Demons are in real strife. Love it. Bright. Wilson. Buse towards the line. And over. Out of sight of the ground. Very close to siren time. And the Cats could be well pleased with this term. There it is. It's half time. As Bob said, a 6-goal burst. The Geelong sees them on 10-10-70, leading Melbourne 4-10-34 on 7's big lead.